It is impossible not to mention NCIS when we talk about procedural crime dramas that have remained impactful throughout the years. With over 400 episodes, 19 seasons, and multiple successful spin-offs, it's only fair to say that NCIS is a strong rival to the Law & Order franchise. However, there were times where the show didn't really make sense, such as the scene involving Ducky in Season 9, which left fans scratching their heads. In this video, we'll recount that Ducky scene which went too far, and also let you in on other NCIS news that you might have missed. Stay tuned to find out more. Firstly, Dr. Donald. Can't be this clueless. Fans of the crime show have stuck around for the past 19 seasons, even when the investigations get tiring at one point. The disturbing nature of the crimes and NCIS's ability to solve the cases never failed to amaze the community. But in episode 6 of season 9, things took a turn for the worse for Dr. Donald, better known as Ducky. Ducky was initially the team medical examiner, but took up the role of the NCIS historian. Best known for being sharp, it was uncharacteristic of him to fall for the simple trick, even if it involved something that might not be paying close attention to, like his love life. So in episode 6, titled Thirst, the NCIS team is in the middle of an investigation that the members think seems like the work of a serial killer. On the sidelines, Ducky gets into a relationship with Dr. Mary Courtney, who he meets online. Although both of these things seem unrelated, it turns out that they're not. When Ducky shares the details of one of his days to Mary during dinner, with many insults to the serial killer thrown in the mix, Mary suddenly hurls a wine glass at him and calls him ungrateful. Why did Mary get offended by Ducky's remarks, you ask? Well, it's because she's the serial killer he was looking down on. This whole plot is brushed off as the historian's bad luck in the dating world, another instance of which we'll get to in a bit. Fans were not convinced, though. Looper conducted a poll on moments on NCIS that went too far, and among the list, Ducky's relationship with the serial killer placed second, and rightfully so, because a character as clever as the Doctor becoming the victim of manipulation is highly unlikely, even for someone as unlucky as him. Now, Dr. Donald's unfortunate past. In episode 3 of season 12, we get to see another instance where Ducky thinks he received the short end of the stick. The team is called to investigate a case that does not seem to be related to the Navy. The serviceman that died in the incident was suspected to be a childhood best friend of Ducky, someone who the historian had to fall out with. In the middle of his grieving, he put 2 and 2 together and came to the conclusion that the unidentified person cannot be his friend Angus. Sure enough, the man that died actually worked for Angus, but that's not important. In the later stage of the investigation, Ducky heads off to visit his friend, but it's too late. Angus is found at the bottom of a river, and his only family in town is his widow, who turns out to be the reason for the rift between the two buddies. As it happens, both of them were in love with her at one point in time, and Maggie, the widow, chose Angus over Ducky. As the Doctor is comforting Maggie, they get involved in another problem. By the end of the episode, Ducky kind of asked Maggie out. We won't talk about whether she accepted his proposal or not, but Ducky's past did not hold a candle to his present self in season 9. If you're curious, the first place on the aforementioned poll was taken by the moment in season 10 when Zivia's father and director Vance's wife Jackie were killed in a shootout. The emotional episode titled Shabbat Shalom clearly still brings tears to NCIS fans to this day. Let's move on to other NCIS news that you might like to know. NCIS production gets delayed. The Omicron variant has wreaked havoc on sets this week, and the TV show productions have been suffering. Many studios, such as Warner Brothers TV, Universal Media Studios, Netflix, as well as CBS Studios, have been trying to keep up with their production schedule and opting to delay shooting by merely a day or two when a positive result is received. NCIS has not escaped the wrath of Omicron, as there was a positive case in Zone A, which consisted of cast members and the staff dealing with them, who speculated that one of the cast had contracted the virus. According to some sources, the spin-off NCIS Hawaii was set to continue being filmed, but the plans may change due to the circumstances. The return to production for the other spin-off NCIS LA, however, was pushed back until February. Sources said that CBS was trying to take precautionary measures, and they could actually afford to do so without affecting the season's run because the procedural had enough episodes on standby. by. Michael Weatherly making a comeback? Back when Michael Weatherly bid goodbye to his character Tony DiNozzo Jr. as well as NCIS in 2016, fans were quick to come up with potential plot ideas that would involve Tony in the later episodes, even when Weatherly got a new drama, Bull. Speaking of Bull, Michael took to Twitter to announce that he will be leaving the show when season 6 comes to a close and was planning to take his career to other creative directions. Soon after, CBS announced that it will be pulling the plug on the courtroom drama and that the 6th season will be the last the fans will ever get to see Bull. While some people prepared themselves to say goodbye to the series, NCIS fans looked to the brighter side. Since the American actor was now free from all small screen commitments, fans were hoping that they would get to see one of their favorite characters back on the show. A user tweeted, "Is it time for Special Agent Anthony DiNozzo to make his return?" Realistically speaking, it's hard to tell how Michael Weatherly will return, if he returns that is. Will we get to be a part of the main cast again or resort to some cameos here and there? Ziva David's comeback in season 17 was more than welcome, but it only lasted a couple episodes, and according to the storyline, as well as DePablo's comments, a Ziva reunion was unlikely. Nevertheless, Weatherly was maintained a good relationship with most of the cast, even after all these years, so we would not rule out the possibility of DiNozzo's solo return, or maybe the Dark Angel star could return as a director, who knows? Your favorite crime-solving characters are uniting. NCIS and NCIS Hawaii fans rejoice because it looks like some fan-favorite characters are coming together for a couple episodes. In early January, it was announced that Katrina Law, who portrays Special Agent Knight, and her co-star Wilmer Valderrama, also known as Special Agent Torres, will be traveling to the Aloha State to shoot a new episode of the CBS drama. Going to be good being back on the island solving crimes, said the American actress. And according to her Instagram, she's reached the location. Her post of a collection of photos taken in Hawaii, including a shot of a Shaka sign, was well received by the fans. Alex Turan, who's also part of the spinoff, also commented, "She's back," which was a reference to Katrina's Hawaii 5-0 role as former Staff Sergeant Quinn Louie. And not only that, Bala Kuale, who was also in Hawaii 5-0, will be gracing the small screen again with NCIS, playing a New Zealand intelligence officer, David Sola. Brace yourself because it's going to be a multi-episode gig. Torres suspended? So Special Agent Nicholas Torres has still not adjusted to his friend and partner Agent Emily Bishop's departure from the NCIS task force. Coupled with Gibbs' absence, things do not seem to be going well at the office. In the newly released episode 12 preview, which is titled Fight or Flight, Agent Torres is really going through it. His day starts off with McGee taunting him about his appearance, saying that it looks like he had a late night, and then takes off the sunglasses he has on. He moves on to Pastor Torres to reveal what happened last night, and the scene cuts to Torres swinging punches in what looks like an underground fight club. Elsewhere, Alden Parker, the team's new lead agent, Alden Parker is looking into an investigation about a murder victim with a missing eye. Seems like this episode and the ones following will slowly show the downfall of Torres' mental and physical health after his recent misfortunes. Not only did he lose Bishop abruptly, a newcomer at the NCIS, Jessica Knight, has not shown any respect to him. Well, one thing is for sure, we cannot wait to find out more. And that's all we have for you today. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and stick around on our channel for more videos like this. Bye.